Hi, my name is Claire Pannell, also known as Furchick. I'm, an experimental musician. Sometimes I make instruments and sometimes I use real instruments. Sometimes I do stuff on my computer using field recordings. I've been recording a lot of birds lately and running around the Mandurah estuary area mainly and using that to make music. But I've also been using what I call my shitty keyboard and actually writing songs, talking about personal experiences and how I feel about things. I think a lot of people can relate to that at the moment. The state of the world is quite difficult, and so I've been pondering on that, thinking about the dreams that I have, thinking about past relationships and learning to love myself more and be more self-focused than probably I have been before.
I want to be strong. I don't want to be strong. I don't want to be strong anymore. Don't want to be your inspiration point. I don't want to be your inspiration point anymore.
With Dogpat Records, it's an international label, and previously I've done a lot of compilations. Also do quite a lot of collaborations. My main collaborator is Toxic Chicken, who is based in the Netherlands. We do some quite fun projects. They're quite light-hearted. Just recently I've been doing a whole series of West Australian compilations. So I've released 4. Each one's different. They have a different sort of style to them. The first one and the second one were solo projects by West Australian artists. And the third one was where I paired up West Australian artists to work with each other. And the last one was where I had a whole bunch of recordings, including recording my bogan neighbour's party and also kids in the workshops that I run. I do maker workshops with kids and also some nature sounds and instruments as well. And then I send that to people and they've created their own music from that. So I've been focusing a lot on that project at the moment, and I'm actually at a point now where I might take a bit of a deep breath and think about the future direction of Dogpat. My music's changed a bit since I've been in Mandurah. There isn't really anywhere to play here. So it's quite a covers band scene, but I'm enjoying exploring the world of visual arts here and getting more involved in that kind of activity. I'm going to be doing a residency next year at Chasm, and it's all going to be about beach shacks. Going to document the beach shacks in the area and make soundscapes and stories to go with those. And they may be factual, or they might end up being fictional stories, or they may just be the actual sounds that you find nearby or at those beach shacks. And that's sort of where I'm at, really. As you can see, I have this space that's full of musical instruments and stuff I do for workshops. So some of my workshops are around making crazy noise makers with the kids, and that's always a bunch of fun. So I'm trying to find a sustainable way to use my music practice and my making practice to live off my art, but not directly from me as an artist, but more providing opportunities for the community to explore things and get involved. So welcome to my studio. I call it the Rat Room. When I moved here it was a bit of a hoarder's hell. It was actually underneath my elderly father's house. And there's so much stuff in here, it's a bit of a wonderland. So I have a few things that I've made, and I think this is the thing that really started it all off for me with experimental music in a big way, with Sleepy on the box. It's one of the most simple things I've made, but it's also a really great instrument. I have some things I made at the Artifactory when I did the residency there. So this has a motor on it, which rotates, and you can see that I have contact mic on it. Whoops! I've also got some percussion ones. So, whoops! Now they sound way more interesting when you select the sound, and I put them through a whole bunch of pedals, mainly using a looper as part of my recording process. Other things I have are, you know, as simple as this teapot with a little motor that runs off a battery and that vibrates. I have a lot of things that friends give me and that I've collected that I use, like little frogs and bells, and I've got these big ones here that you may recognise the sound of if you're familiar with my music. And up the top here I have a whole bunch of crazy things I've made. Pop stick machines and various kind of automata that do various things. I have a whole bunch of science toys. Oh, different frogs. And oh, there's so many things. One of my favourite things that I actually have in here is this. It's actually for scaring birds away in the rice paddies in Bali. So when the wind hits it goes around. I actually want to make one of these one day. I think it would be really great to have a whole pile of them. And there's quite a bit of wind here by the beach, so that'd make a great installation. And as you can see behind me, I've got a whole bunch of instruments that sit there. I love op shopping. Occasionally I'll find something really cool in an op shop. Op shopping in Mandurah is awesome, by the way. There are so many op shops here, and I can find all sorts of crazy things like this coconut. So I've got a whole bunch of things in here I've been collecting for a Foley show that I'm working on for schools. And I'm going to have to make or get someone to make me a little animated film for that one. And I find all sorts of crazy things like this there. And barrels. Along here is all these boxes that are for my workshops. Kite making, rocket making, sound makers, bird puppets, you name it. I've got and catapults that are always popular. Anyway, this is my space here, which I enjoy being creative in. And it is one of the cool things about being here is I do have this space to work in. It's a real bonus, definitely. Loving it.